Hey everyone, I'm just gonna make a ramble video about the DNC leaks because it's been in my feed with a lot of people, and I've actually talked about it with my coworkers and friends, and by and large, my friends who are Bernie or bust, the type that were voting for Bernie instead of Hillary, and still want him to run third party or retract his endorsement of Hillary Clinton at this point and all that. Their feeling about this DNC leaks thing, where all these emails were hacked out of the DNC's email servers and just spread out through WikiLeaks. They feel like this proves that there was a bias against Bernie Sanders. And what I have to say about that is, duh. Okay. Political parties, they exist to be clubs that get their members elected. And for most of Bernie Sanders' career in public office, he had an I next to his name. And during those years, if you would have asked him why he had an I next to his name, if he was going to caucus with Democrats and if he was going to, you know, be a friend to the Democrats, why did he have that I? He had reasons. And those reasons really tore at their asses, those Democrats who he didn't want to be a part of for most of his career. Why did he want a D next to his name this year? Well, he wanted to use the apparatus of the Democratic Party in order to try to become president. Because being an I, he couldn't do it. So, he wanted to use the machine that they built to help their candidates that they'd been working with for years, who are loyal to their party, and he expected, oh, well, they're going to be fair about it if I put a little D next to my name, and to think that there wouldn't be any bias against him for suddenly wanting to switch into the Democratic Party after decades of not wanting to do it. That's just craziness, But now the, the symphony that gets sung on my Facebook stream, my feed on Facebook, my subscriptions on YouTube, it's oh, they're supposed to be fair. It's Debbie Wasserman Schultz's job as chairwoman of the DNC to be impartial, right? Motherfucker, she's a human being, and she's got biases. So does every other member of the DNC committee and every other member of the Democratic Party who, if they were super delegates, they were lockstep behind Hillary Clinton. Why do they have that bias? Well, fucking Bernie built that bias over fucking decades. Decades of not wanting to be a part of the Democratic Party. Now all of a sudden he wants to be. And he's expecting things to, be an even playing field, a level playing field. He didn't work with any of those corporations that have been pumping money into Hillary's campaign for decades. All of his rhetoric says, no, I don't want to work with any corporations, and I don't want to work with anyone who takes money from corporations, which is the rest of the fucking Democratic Party, not just Hillary. All of them take money from special interests. All of them. Except for Bernie. So he went into this convincing people that he was going to get a fair shake when he was never going to get a fair shake at this. And so these DNC leaks emails where there are you know, very loyal members of the Democratic Party for, decades, talking amongst each other, not publicly, just amongst each other. Hey, what can we do to get a Hillary a win because we're loyal to her because she's been with us for fucking decades, and we don't like this Johnny come lately. This is somehow a shock to people because, oh, they should have been impartial. They should have been more open to a newcomer. No, they're human, and they work very hard to build the relationships that they have with each other as members of the Democratic Party, and the relationships they have with all of their donors. So, yeah. It's no shock to me. It's no surprise, and to me, it's like a non-issue. Seriously, that they had a bias at all against him. Holy shit! I could have told you that. I mean, it's not like people didn't suspect that from the beginning. He was saying it from the beginning with no proof. Now he has proof, but yeah, duh. People have relationships that they cultivate in these parties, these clubs that get people elected, where they pull together, and these relationships are forged over decades, over entire careers. And that's something that he had to overcome, and he didn't. Now, the AntiBright made a video today, and he called me out, and he asked some questions. I'm going to play his questions and try to answer them as best I can on this.
I have to call somebody out right now. Agent of Doubt. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you, Agent, okay? I've been meaning to call you out on this for a long time, but how the fuck can your chief... I mean, maybe it's not your chief complaint, but the complaint you always seem to bring up with me about Bernie Sanders is, oh, SJWs voting for him, blah, blah, blah. What about fucking Hillary Clinton? What about her? Because it seems to me that more SJWs support her than Bernie. And I'm sure, in fact, I know some SJWs supported Bernie, but they're at least even, if not more, leaning towards fucking Hillary Clinton. Okay.
Okay, well, first of all, timing-wise, Bernie Sanders has endorsed Hillary Clinton, so right now, yeah, I would agree. There's SJWs who have seen, well, there's Hillary and there's Donald Trump, so they're left with, the lesser of two evils. Of course, yeah, right now, there's more of them going for Hillary, but I'm going to accept what you're saying here as being my words, but my actual words would have been something like Bernie Sanders' whole career, his voting record, fits the SJW narrative a lot better than Hillary Clinton, and he's the one that they should be pulling for. All of his values mirror those of Occupy Wall Street. He will kowtow to feminist narratives and Black Lives Matter narratives, and yeah, in your video, I feel like when you say social justice warrior, you have rolled up feminism into social justice warriorism, as if they're interchangeable, as if it's always the same mindset. But yeah, I don't feel that way. I feel that yeah, Hillary Clinton has the woman card, and there's the hashtag I'm with her and stuff like that. But social justice warriorism as a mentality can be separated from feminism. Okay? The two together are a horrible thing that causes rad femmes to go crazy. But, and it creates modern waves of feminism that get lampooned here on YouTube, but it's not the same. You know, when you use social justice warriorism and feminism interchangeably, it it doesn't work all the time. Let me fast forward to this other question that you asked that kind of clarified what you're getting at.
How the fuck can you level this argument against Bernie Sanders that he's such an SJW when Hillary Clinton so actively panders to SJWs and her primary base is fucking SJWs? She sells the fucking woman guard. She fucking... When there's a fucking massacre, she says, white people, stop doing that. You gotta be better, white people. You gotta be better. Oh, no. White people.
So, pandering to SJWs. Well, I'd say she's pandered to feminists. She's pandered to black people. She's pandered to a lot of people. Hillary Clinton has pandered to other people, too. She's pandered to Republicans who don't like Trump. She's pandered to independents. She's pandered to old people, young people. She panders a lot because she's a politician and she will say whatever it takes to get elected. Bernie Sanders, however, has been the same old Bernie for his entire career, and his platform that he has supported his entire career has been that of what SJWs would like to see in a candidate. Okay? And Hillary Clinton has adopted a couple of those platform positions in order to get Bernie Sanders' endorsement. You know, like the whole free college thing. She's been openly saying that now because of Bernie Sanders. But, yeah, when Bernie Sanders had his stage taken by Black Lives Matter protesters, within a week, Hillary Clinton had met with Black Lives Matter protesters as well. And how did that go for them? She shut them the fuck down. Yes, she does still pander to black people, but the black people that she's pandering to, she's saying, hey, I want you people who don't like those rioters and protesters, you know. I'm talking to you people who don't feel like that represents you, and I want you to vote for me. And she put all of that style of SJWs things, another little branch of the SJW thing, the BLM crowd, she put all of that on Bernie Sanders and said, no, I am not that. So, yeah, she panders a lot to a lot of people. And to say that she's just pandering to SJWs is completely wrong. She's pandering to everyone. And she's doing it quite well, I feel. Yeah, so just having the feminists now, some of them liking her, not all of them. The Bernie or bust feminists are still thinking that Bernie would have been a better first woman president, just like Bill Clinton was the first black president. You know, those labels they like to slap around. But there's something else that came out in this DNC leaks that irks me a little bit. That I don't think that it might have come across everyone else's mind, but I wish that it had crossed the AntiBright's mind and some of my other atheist friends here. One of the more pointed DNC leaks emails was a guy saying, hey, why don't we attack Bernie Sanders on being Jewish? Because he's skated for so long on saying, well, I was raised in a Jewish family, and he doesn't really talk about his spirituality. And the reason why would be they think he might be an atheist. I think he might be an atheist. You know, he might be one of those cultural Jewish people, you know, cultural Jews that they don't practice at all and they're basically atheists. Why do they want to make him look like an atheist? Well, that wouldn't resound well with Southern Baptist voters, and that would have gotten Hillary Clinton a little bit more support, right? And that wasn't Hillary Clinton saying this. That wasn't anyone, who was connected to her campaign. That was someone connected to the DNC who said this, right, in an email. And yeah, I think it's wrong because you shouldn't be using spirituality against someone. There should be no test of like how Christian or how God-fearing or how spiritual you are that you should have to pass in order to become president, right? I feel this. But I'm looking at this from the perspective of someone who actually has lost a job because someone found out that I was an atheist. I'm completely open about it. I will tell anyone in any setting about it, and I will let the cards fall where they will. And to see somebody not openly saying it does not make me respect that person, because it makes it harder on all of us who want to live out in the open when somebody is closeted about their atheistic beliefs. And so that's what I took from this is, they're trying to get him to out himself as an atheist. And I'm like, I wish he would. I wish more people would, and those that might be atheist and aren't living out in the open, I feel like they're hurting me, because it would be a lot easier on all of us if atheism was normalized, if you're part of this atheist community. So yeah, I don't respect the guy in the DNC that sent that email, but also, after thinking about it, I don't respect Bernie Sanders for not coming out as an atheist, even though it would have lost him votes, because by and large, everything else that he says, you'd think would lose him votes, and they're not popular or well-known ideas, and yet he still says them. But why is it that he can't say that one thing? The man will label himself a fucking democratic socialist, a word that's been very demonized in conservative circles, but he won't label himself an atheist. That tells me something about him. And yeah, that's all my thoughts right now about this. Yeah, people aren't perfect. None of these candidates are perfect. But here we are now. It's Trump, Clinton, or some sort of third nebulous option that you've made for yourself, be it voting third party or abstaining or writing in Mickey Mouse. It's your choice. Don't be late for the coronation, though.